Lying down, letting go of everything. Make yourself comfortable on your back. You can move around a little bit your limbs, making some space to allow all the muscles to let go of all the effort of keeping you upright like we are most of the day. And very similar to when you're going to sleep, just allow yourself to sink. All your body is sinking down towards the floor, towards the center of the earth. Put your attention at the bottom of your heels, touch with the floor. You can make sure that your heels are comfortable, your feet are relaxed, open. Your calf muscles are heavy, your shin bones are heavy. Space inside your knees. Knees letting go of all the effort. Your hips. Heavy. Pelvis heavy. Allow the breath to go down towards the pelvis. Relax the pelvic floor. Relax your belly. Allow the breath to be in the belly naturally, without trying anything. Relaxing into your lower back. Letting go of any effort of holding the body in any kind of a position. No correct lying down position. Let your ribs start to open up. Move with the breath. The spine between the ribs relaxed. Upper ribs lying on top of the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are relaxed to the floor. Allow the breath to climb up into your chest. Chest bone heavy. Collarbones heavy. Shoulders melting down, the right one towards the right, the left one towards the left. The right upper arm, right elbow, space inside the elbow, forearm, wrist, the palm of the right hand, fingers and fingertips, the left upper arm, left elbow, space inside the elbow, forearm, wrist, palm of the left hand, fingers, fingertips, the connection between the middle of the spine into the bottom of the neck, the arch of your neck, your throat relaxed, jaw relaxed, all the muscles of your face melting down towards the ground, through the back of the head. Head is heavy. And take a few deep breaths here. And let go even more. Smile, let go, smile. Breath after breath, you relax even more into the floor, allowing your eyes to be relaxed, closed. Feel the weight inside your skull. Behind your eyes, behind your nose, inside your mouth. Relax your jaw. A few more deep breaths here. Let go with a smile. And allow the whole body to relax even more. With each exhalation, melting down towards the floor. Focusing on that sensation of melting. The whole body is melting like sand in a sand clock. Slowly flowing down, 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 until all the sand is at the bottom. Until all your cells relax towards the earth. And smile. Then start very gently. The smallest gentlest movement of the head. One side and the other side. Almost unnoticeable, almost like you're not even sure that it's happening. The smallest movement you can feel of your head waving softly and gently from side to side. And with each wave, it starts to grow a little bit, the range. Smiling, breathing, slowly and gently and softly, arriving to a place where the head starts to roll, a little bit more noticeable, a little bit more felt from side to side. And see what happens when you start that roll, thinking about the top of your head rolling, the crown of your head, like someone is holding the crown of your head and it's rolling you from right to left. Slowly and softly, allowing that roll to become a little bit bigger, still very soft, still very gentle. Rolling from the crown of your head from right to left. The roll slowly starting to become a little bit bigger with no effort, allowing it to fall from side to side. And taking that initiator of the roll, which is the crown of the head, and moving that towards the forehead. Now it's like someone is putting their hand on your forehead and rolling your head from your forehead. So the forehead is the initiator of movement here, rolling the head from the right side of the forehead to the left side of the forehead. Still very soft, very gentle, allowing that range to grow until it really rolls from side to side. Simple, easy, relaxed, smiling, looking for an even easier way to do it, an easier way to do it every time. Taking that initiator of the roll from the forehead onto the eyes, eyes are rolling your head from side to side, like someone is leaning inside your eye sockets. And that starts the roll, allowing your neck to be free here. Softly and gently rolling the head, allowing the neck to open up, the throat to open up, your breath to still be free. Putting your attention on the cheeks, like someone is holding your cheekbones, rolling your head from the cheekbones, smiling from one side to the other. Relaxed, easy, simple, soft. Rolling from the smile, from the sides of your mouth. Really like someone is pulling your smile from the right to the left, from the left to the right, right to the left. Relaxing down into your neck, into your spine, between your vertebrae, between your ribs, vertebrae between your ribs. Allowing that to affect you from one ear to the other. Taking it down towards the chin, rolling the head from the chin. Chin is the initiator movement. Smiling, relaxing, breathing deeply. Allowing that easy, relaxed roll of the head. And see if you can start changing the initiators of the roll. In your head, from the crown of the head, through the forehead, sides of the eyes, cheekbones, maybe even the nose, the ears, the sides of your smile, down towards the chin. And seeing how every one of these initiators creates a little bit different role of your head. Relaxing your arms, your shoulders, shoulder blades. And keep rolling your head from side to side and notice what's happening in your neck, the spine between your ribs, your chest bone and how that is participating, your chest and your ribs supporting the movement. You can feel the movement going down through the spine, through all the ribs, the spine between all the ribs, down to the smallest lower rib, floating ribs. Ribs start to support here. Ribs rolling on top of the shoulder blades. Shoulder blade can start to participate, maybe even initiate, supporting the movement and relaxing into it. Ribs running on top of the shoulder blades running underneath the ribs. Rib cage is rolling with the spine, with the neck, with the head, supporting this movement from side to side, relaxing into that movement from side to side. Smiling, breathing, relaxing. Allowing the shoulders, collarbones, chest bone, ribs, shoulder blades, spine between the ribs, the whole upper part of the torso participating in the movement of the head that is still rolling very softly and gently from side to side. And now the initiator is more the top part of the torso, chest, shoulders, collarbones, shoulder blades, ribs underneath the shoulder blades underneath the ribs on top of the shoulder blades. Spine in between the ribs starts to wave a little bit bigger, still very soft, very easy. Allowing the upper arms to participate in the movement, smile, relax into the movement. Upper arms and shoulder blades and ribs, spine between the ribs, the lower ribs, the front of the ribs, collarbones, the chest bone, chest, front of the neck, back of the neck, muscles behind your neck, behind your shoulders, soft. Shoulders and upper arms and elbows can start pushing into the floor, letting go, pushing, letting go, pushing, letting go, pushing, letting go, creating these waves of movement, climbing up from the elbows to the upper arms, to the shoulders, into the shoulder blades, into the collarbones, into the front of the chest bone in the front to the middle, rib cage from the right to the left, to the side, sliding on top of the shoulder blades, the spine in between the shoulder blades and between the ribs. Belly relaxed, abdominal muscles relaxed, lower spine relaxed. Allowing that movement to go down through the lower spine into the pelvis. Pelvis opening up, participating in the movement, relaxing with the movement, smiling to the movement. Elbows are participating, sending movement from side to side. Forearms are participating, wrists, palms of the hands, fingers, all the way to the fingertips, pushing the floor, letting go, pushing the floor, letting go. from the fingers to the palm of the hand, to the wrist, to the forearms, the back of the hands, the forearms, the front of the forearms, the back of the forearms. Elbows, start a little bit disorganizing the arms. Soft, gentle waves, spirals through the elbows to the upper arms, from the upper arms into the shoulders, shoulder blades, a little bit disorganizing underneath the ribs. Smiling with the ribs, each rib talking to its neighbor, rolling, supporting the movement, participating in the movement. The head is relaxed, still rolling from side to side, smiling. Remember the activation from the chin, from the cheekbones, from the crown of the head, the forehead, the smile, the nose, into the back of the neck, disorganizing the arms a little bit more, still waving the movement all the way from side to side, allowing the ribs to participate, the spine to wave, sending the movement from side to side towards the lower back, from the lower back to the pelvis, from the pelvis to the hip joints, from the hip joints back up to the head, the whole torso rolling, the arms supporting, hip joints are participating. If the hip joints are participating, the knees can start participating, the hips, the thighs, the knees, down towards the feet, the heels, walking on the floor as if you're walking step by step, one side and then the other, falling one side and then the other, smiling, falling, smiling, walking side to side, side to side. And you can start to walk a little bit faster, simpler, easier, bending the knees, straightening them one by one after the other, one heel after the other. Sending these movements from the legs up towards the hip joints, from the hip joints into the pelvis. From the pelvis into the belly, relaxed belly, into the spine, the lower back, disorganizing the legs a little bit, feet, the knees, the hip joints, the pelvis, disorganizing the belly, the spine, finding a rhythm, changing the initiators all the time, the lower back, the lower spine, and into the ribs, one by one, side by side, rib by rib, telling all the other ribs to participate. Vertebra by vertebra, all the vertebrae of the spine from the lower back, through the vertebrae in between the ribs, up towards the neck, all the way up to the head, from the pelvis to the head, from the head to the pelvis, through the ribs and the chest bone, ribs on top of shoulder blades disorganizing, collarbones open, shoulders upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms of the hands, fingers and fingertips, and the toes, and the bottom of the heels, and the knees, or participating in this movement that goes from side to side. Then find the rhythm a little bit faster, a little bit easier, simpler. Maybe the range is not so big, maybe it's bigger, maybe it's smaller. Maybe it can be bigger on one side and then smaller on the other side, and smile. And find this rhythm of waves from side to side, spiraling up through the feet. Smiling, allowing that movement to arrive into the back of the head. Still thinking about rolling the head. Finding that roll from different initiators in the body. Allowing that disorganization to grow a little bit. Become a little bit wilder, just a tiny bit wilder, bending one knee and then the other, falling from side to side, disorganizing the head in relation to the chest, the chin in relation to the chest, the chin in relation to the back of the neck. Breathing deeply, disorganizing the shoulder blades in relation to the ribs and the rib cage, and the right side is opening, and the left side is opening. Focusing the movement into the spine, in between the ribs. And see if you can send the movement from the hands, from the shoulders, from the shoulder blades, from the head, all the way through the spine, and go one vertebra after another. And see if you can start sending the movement vertebra by vertebra, side to side, from the bottom of the skull, from the atlas. Follow it vertebra by vertebra through the whole neck, one after another. Each time one vertebra receives the movement for a few wiggles from side to side, and then you follow the next vertebra down, side to side, and the next vertebra down, side to side, opening the neck, opening the head, down towards the bottom of the neck, the upper spine, into the connection in between the ribs, the spine between the ribs, starting to receive vertebra by vertebra waves of movement coming from all the supporters around with a smile in a very relaxed way. Vertebra by vertebra, each vertebra of the spine through the ribs, rib by rib, vertebra by vertebra, into the middle of the spine. See if you can really feel, differentiate, separate, disorganize each vertebra in relation to the other vertebra, focusing the center of the movement towards the bottom of the ribs, the vertebrae in between the bottom of the ribs, going down through the belly, through the lower spine, one by one, towards the bottom of the spine and the tail, the whole lower back, waving from side to side, one side after the other, one vertebra after the other, all the way down to the pelvis. Center of the movement is in the pelvis. pelvis waving from side to side, the head disorganizing in relation to that, shoulders disorganizing in relation to that, shoulder blades disorganizing, supporting that movement from the hands, from the arms, from the elbows, from the shoulders, from the chest, from the rib cage, into the pelvis open, down through the sit bones, down through the hip joints, into the right hip and the left hip, disorganizing hip by hip, down towards the knees. The head can still roll here, the chest can still participate here. The smile is still active here. Knee by knee, both knees, disorganizing the shin bones, the lower legs, down towards the heels, and the heels towards the feet, disorganizing the feet, walking with the feet, waving with the feet, sending the movement from the feet up through the legs, straight legs and bent legs, and from the heels pushing the floor, up and down and side to side, and up and down and side to side. And see if you can have that up-down movement happening for a moment. From the heels pushing the floor. So we're letting go of the side to side for a moment and going with up and down, heels leaning into the floor, pushing the floor, letting go, flexing and pointing the feet. Flexing and pointing the feet just enough that the back of the heels is starting to send the movement up towards the head. So the head starts to do a yes movement, and the pelvis is also doing a yes movement, and the chest is also doing a yes movement. And smiling, then organizing that movement of yes up and down, and adding that from the heels also side to side, up and down and side to side, up and down and side to side, up and down and side to side. And then you can disorganize between the two heels. So one is going up and the other one is going down. One is going up and the other one is going down. And it's going side to side at the same time. Smiling, relaxing, opening the back side of your body towards the mat. Relaxing the back of the head here, allowing your head to both do a yes and a no at the same time. And let the shoulders support here, shoulder blades supporting by also doing a yes and a no, and the circle, and the wave, and the spiral, and down towards the elbows, and from the feet to the head, from the pelvis to the elbows, from the elbows into the chest, disorganizing the chest, starting to make much more a mess, a bit more messing it up a bit, more and more messing it up. Finding a yes in the foot and a no in the other, and a yes in one and a no in the knee, and a yes in the pelvis and a no in the belly, and side to side and up and down and side and up and down and all around in a circle, and sending the movement with a smile through the whole body, like you're sending waves and waves and waves and waves. From the elbows to the shoulders, from the shoulders into the chest, and in between the ribs, and each rib here can have its own yes and its own no, and its own side to side, and its own up and down. And each vertebra of the spine can go up and down, and then side to side, and introduce some diagonals here from bottom right to upper left, and upper right to bottom left, and diagonals up towards the air around you, towards the sky, and down towards the bottom of your body, the connection to the ground, and up, down, and side to side, in a spiral, and with a smile, and with a diagonal, and with a zigzag, and disorganizing the feet, disorganizing the ribs, disorganizing the chin, disorganizing the elbows, disorganizing your toes, disorganizing your nose, disorganizing the pelvis, disorganizing your smile, disorganizing your eyes, disorganizing the vertebrae of your neck, disorganizing the vertebrae in between your spine, disorganizing the right shoulder blade and the left arm, and the left shoulder blade and the right tip of the toes and the right fingers and the wrist, disorganizing your body in as many ways as possible, almost like you don't want the movement to make sense anymore, but you do want to be able to follow some kind of a joker here, like you're making a little joke, like you're trying to make your body laugh and trying to jiggle and wiggle, almost like someone is tickling you all over. Tickling you all over, and you're trying to um, survive the tickle. Survive. Tickle from the right and a tickle from the left, and smile. Disorganize the knee, and smile there, and disorganize the pelvis. And it's getting a little bit faster and a little bit more open. Put your attention at the whole bottom side of your body, everything that is touching the floor. As you disorganize, see what kind of an image you're creating on the floor. And you can start to move that image on the floor, moving the back of your head, moving the shoulder, moving one arm a little bit higher, and another arm lower, and the other arm higher, and the other one lower. Disorganizing here, finding a way to push the floor above your head with your hands, making a push with your knees, making a push to the floor with your heels. Everything is touching the floor here now. It's almost like the floor is full of these little spikes near, and the spikes are they're tickling you. They're like full of feathers, actually, not spikes. Full of feathers, and they're tickling you, and the whole body is wibbling, and it starts to jump even a little bit, almost like there's boiling water underneath, and your body is boiling like spaghetti. Like spaghetti. Imagine you are spaghetti in a very big bowl of water, boiling water, and the spaghetti is jumping up and jiggling around, smiling. Okay, spaghetti likes to be a spaghetti. Smile and disorganize your head, disorganize your head, disorganize your knees, disorganize your belly, disorganize your lower back. And then put all your attention on the upper side of your body. So everything that's towards the ceiling now, towards the ceiling, towards the sky, everything there is starting to just disorganize. So we're cutting the body from the top and from the bottom. And the top side of the body is now disorganizing. Disorganize everything that is in contact with the air. Almost like the air is full of little ants, and they're all walking on you, and you're trying to shake them off. And to shake off these ants, you're trying to shake off, like you have sand on top of your body that you're trying to take off all the time, cha 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 cha, one side from the other, and with a smile and open, Breathe and relax and up and down and all around the circle and make a spiral. Spiral from one side and spiral from the other side and from the knees and from the heel. And allow the movement to come in contact with your eyes and let it go into your neck. And no effort, just relax into it. Yeah. And allow those movements to open up and stay calm on top of it. Stay calm on top of that. And then another part of the body is inside the bones. Like someone is moving your bones inside your body. Like your bones are spaghetti now. Your bones became spaghetti and they're moving inside. The spaghetti, the inner spaghetti of your body is moving. And breathe deeply and smile deeply and wiggle it all around and smile and relax and smile and relax and open and roll your head again. And breathe deeply and allow that breath to come out with a sound. You feel like and sending from the hand and from the elbow and from the shoulder and between the shoulder blade and the spine and down the spine into the belly and into the pelvis and down the legs. Smile again. And all these spirals, they're like rolling around your body, like climbing a piece of I don't know, a tree, like a climbing plant. Like a climbing plant is climbing all over your body, and you're constantly trying to break free. Constantly trying to break free of this spiral. It's coming from the foot, and you're breaking free from there, and you're breaking free from the elbow, and you're breaking free from the shoulder, and the back of the head, and the neck, and the front of the chest, and inside the belly. And the bottom, and the hand can go above your head a little bit. And allow that to grow, allow it to grow, and allow the disorganization of your whole body to be a little bit more extreme, and let your knees come up from the floor a little bit, and let your hands come up from the floor and go around the floor and around you, and jump up into the air, and jump them into the air, and jump your head into the air a little bit, and jump your chest into the air, and jump your pelvis, like you're in a bouncy castle. And now you're in a bouncy castle, and all the kids are jumping all around, and your body is just jumping, and you're enjoying every moment. Smile. You're in a jumpy castle. All the kids around you are jumping, and you're just like lying there receiving jumps passively. A jump from the right side of the pelvis, and a jump from the left side of the rib, and a jump from behind the neck, and a jump from behind the knee, and a jump of the heel, and a jump of the elbow, and a jump of the head, and a jump of the spine, and a jump of the chest in between. And smile and let it go. Even more. Disorganizing the feet, disorganizing the knees, disorganizing the elbows, disorganizing, jumping from the pelvis, disorganizing the spine between the rib cage, the spine in between the ribs, each rib, and the spine, the lower back, and the spine behind your neck, and the top of the head, and your chin, and your forehead, and your nose. And slowly, slow it down, and come back to this rolling of the head again, rolling of the head from side to side. You can still activate your feet here, one by one. So when the right one is going down, the left one is going up, and when the left one is going up, the right one is going down. Pushing, pulling on the floor, and that creates some kind of a wiggle that goes into the pelvis. And that wiggle is there, and you allow that to be in communication with what's happening in your head. And smile, just roll the head from side to side and see what's different here than before. Rolling from side to side, allowing the shoulders to participate, the shoulder blades to participate. See if there's any more areas that you would like to send the movement to. You can give a few sends of movement, sending the movement from the arms towards the head, pushing with the hands the floor, pushing the arms into the floor one by one. When you're pushing the right arm, the left arm relaxes. When you're pushing the left arm, the right arm relaxes. And you can push one and one and one and one and one and one, and activate the knees also here. And then you have a very good mechanism of rolling, and then completely relax into the back of the neck. Relaxing so the neck does nothing, just receiving movement and transferring it into the head. So the head is now rolling, cha, 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 the easiest. From the right side and from the left side, from the right to the left, 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 and the head is completely relaxed. Cha, 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 cha. And let that go and go back into the yes motion from the feet going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And the feet are flexing and pointing, leaning the back of the heels into the floor and pushing the floor, so that creates the movement up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And don't think so much about the flex and the point, think more about how the movement climbs through the back of the heels into the pelvis, up of the spine into the head. Completely relax the head here and see what the shoulders, shoulder blades, and arms can do to support this movement. You have this movement up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And you can even completely relax the heels and just have it from the hands for a moment there. And smile. Hands and feet at the same time. Introducing the side to side, back into it one more time. Cha, 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 cha. Disorganizing, 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 disorganizing. Disorganizing everything. Cha, cha, cha. Cha, cha, cha. Smiling, disorganizing. And slowly find a very simple way to roll yourself while still disorganizing, rolling yourself to the side, disorganizing, rolling yourself to the other side, disorganizing, rolling yourself to the side again, disorganizing yourself into sitting, disorganizing yourself from sitting, but down into the floor to one side, disorganizing on the other, disorganizing back into sitting, disorganizing from sitting into all fours, disorganizing here, also a little bit up until you get to standing, disorganizing, standing, standing, disorganizing, disorganizing, standing, cha, 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 and standing one foot after another, cha, 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 and take a few steps here while disorganizing, disorganizing, cha, disorganizing, cha, smile, cha, cha, disorganizing, a little bit walking backwards and forward a few times, disorganizing the arms, disorganizing the shoulders, disorganizing the ribs, disorganizing side to side the head, finding what is opened up in the head here, disorganizing the head as you disorganize the pelvis as you're sending movements through the legs, up the spine, and disorganizing the head just to kind of make this distinction of what happened in the head. And smile, 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 let it go. And take the right hand and wash the right side of the spine. The right side of the head and and the right side one more time. And the left side, sending it out. And with a smile and sending. Oh, disorganize it. Rolling, sending it out. The right arm and the left hand, sending it all out. The right side of the left, sending it. And one more time here on the left side with the sound. On the right side. The left on the right and the left completely around and sending the front side, side, back and faster, and both arms into the one leg and out, completely out. Whole leg, the whole leg and one more time with a smile, the other side, both hands on the leg, all the way down, and the other. Again, one last time with a bigger sound and a smile, just let it go. Relax, stand there, close your eyes. Feel the vibration in your body. Feel the sensation in your body. Allow your breath to calm down. Allow your weight to go down towards the feet. Roll your head a few times from side to side. Open up your neck up and down, just to feel what is changed in your neck now. And let it go.